Hey, you guys, welcome to another amazing episode. We are 9 years overdue with my fam in the house. Reggie Son got the new hot single, What's the Word, that's going viral.
Yeah,
I love the visuals. I love the investment. I love everything you represent, brother, that's going on. So I'm not going to take too much of your stage, but please welcome back Mr. Reggie Son. How are you?
man, I'm great. I'm blessed. How you doing? It's been a minute, man.
Yeah, 9 years. You had a haircut. Now you got dreads. Now you
Yeah,
got
yeah,
the nice video and all these other things going on.
yeah. It's a lot of growth, man. God is amazing. I've been saying you got a lot going on in your life too, though. You know what I'm saying? I see what's going on. I see what's
Yeah.
happening. Yeah, congratulations on everything.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Likewise. So I want to get straight to the video. First of all, I love how, first of all, I don't know if you guys catch the video. We're definitely going to play it once this interview is over with. But no expenses were spared in the video. And first of all, I want to take my hat up to you as an entrepreneur, as a creative, brand strategist, as we see right now. Why did you feel the need to put an investment behind your brand? Because a lot of people want to take shortcuts, but I could just tell already, you're serious about your projects and things like that, and talk to people that's out there how important that is.
Uh, I mean, over my career, you only you never shortcut yourself by investing in yourself. But this one was really different, man, because I'm just at like a different point in my life, and it's really even less about, my self promotion and more about, giving the glory to God, man. I've, you know, been saved and known God and Christ like my whole life. But as I grow through life and face different challenges and hills, I've overly invested myself in the word and just, so this is almost at a crossroads of my creative and just how I live. And, a lot of times what I ask myself before releasing anything is like, is it giving glory to God? And so, what's the word was not like a plan. It wasn't like a strategy. It was like I heard the original beat for, well, I heard the original song for Escape just kicking it, and I was like, oh, okay, I wonder if I can flip that. And then once I started creating it, it was just like, what's the word is something that we say in St. Louis, like how we greet each other. Like, I'm sure other places might say it too, but like definitely like you see somebody in the loo, or sometimes somebody just texts you like WTW. You know what I'm saying? And that just means like, what's the word? Like what's up? But it never hit me that, you know, what's the word can reference the word, like the word of God. And so when I started saying what's the word, I'm like, oh, like this is not gimmicky or nothing, but this is like just truly my music has always reflected where I was at in life. And so this is just where I'm at in life. So it was just smooth to record it, even putting the video together, like it was smooth, like that's downtown St. Louis on the art wall. And I lost my pops in December. And
Sorry about
you
that.
know, I for one, I always like to like I will say on the creative part, like when I went back and looked at the Escape video, I kind of wanted it to feel like that. Like I wanted the video to match the feeling of the song, like the '90s vibe. And so like my garments, even the denim get up that I got on in the video, like the vest is my pops, the jean shorts are my pops. You know, um, are you still there? I might have lost you.
Yeah, that's God. That's God speaking to us all right
Oh,
now.
oh, okay. I'm like it just
that
went out.
that's the
Yeah,
word. Look, that's
yeah.
the word.
That's
Okay.
the word, yeah. But yeah, so even that was sentimental because, I'm sure he would be proud of like the direction that I'm headed just in life and even with my creative expression. So even though it wasn't complex, like this was, I called my brother, told him to pull up with the whip, called the cameraman, and that was it. It didn't require a lot of people, it was just time, and then even the overhead shot, I wanted to kind of recreate it. So, as much investment, time and creative that it took, it was really kind of seamless, like doing it, and so that's why it's like, wow, like, I mean, I've spent days, hours, weeks, months putting something together. And then, when you don't get that return back or feedback, you're like, dang, but this one was just like,
Instant.
and that's just honor to God. Like I think that that's also a head nod that, all right, I see, he sees, and appreciates that. So yeah.
Wow, wow. So can people respect a release party? Like what's next? I know people have asked
I
me already. They're like, what's coming after this? I mean, you
Yeah,
gotta
I
have
don't
something.
like man, it's God, man. And like honestly, like I am truly at a point of surrender in my life, man. And it's not just in my artistry, it's in my life. So every day when I wake up and I ask God to give me strength and I ask, for him to design my day in his will. And of course I got my things that I gotta do, my boxes I need to check. But as far as even creatively, like I'm not at a point where, I'm trying to strategize. Cause even then, people are looking at it like, well, trying to classify, well, what does this mean? Like, what are you labeled as now? What are like, yo, I'm just a vessel and it's just a song, like about the truth. Like I'm not, you know, I've been in this game for a long time, like, what
Of
I'm saying,
course.
how long I've been around. And so, like I said, this is just a very different period. So it's not like I have this grand scheme or plan about, a project for it. I mean, I'm always gonna create. This was just something that I've tried to get better at, just creating and releasing. So, if he wants this to get wings, and me and your relationship so dope, when you like, yeah, hop on, I'm like, of course. But yeah,
Well,
like this,
you want to come back to DC, so that's next year. So I don't care what
yeah,
you're doing.
yeah,
You
yeah.
tell your mom to pull up. The
Yo,
whole
we were
crew.
just out there though. We were just out in DC for our family reunion, but it was like we had a lot
Okay,
going on. But
real
yeah,
quick, right? Of course.
yeah, in July, my whole family, whole Johnson family reunion, we was out there. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Yeah, with the t-shirts on and everything. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so I mean, yeah, I mean, I this is literally a point in my life where I'm like, all right, God, you got it. Like, I'm gonna just follow suit. I've had a lot of my life where I've, you know, took the initiative and then later was like, all right, God, can you bless this? And now it's like I'm going to him first with everything. And it's like you tell me which way to go and I'm gonna go. So that's just where I'm at right now.
But I gotta ask, in this journey right now, I don't see you pressed. Like a lot of people, they want to be under an organization, right? Everybody know you from, well, I don't know if they know, but he's the guy from the media, 106 Park. You did the red carpet of that for BET, and
Yeah.
now, like, are you okay with, okay, now I'm gonna do this thing like under my own? I don't feel the pressure, but I need to be under some huge organization to be successful.
Yeah, I mean, I think that it takes for you to go through it, right? And I think like even when I was just at BET, like when I was just doing the reunion and walking the red carpet, even with this perspective was different because this was the first time that I like didn't care for validation, but then I got a lot of it. It was crazy. Like
Mm,
I remember hitting red carpets and like walking with, a publicist and we going up and you gotta literally like convince these outlets that you're worthy of representation or worthy of an interview or that you're more important than this person that's about to walk by. And I had no interest of that at all. Like I was just
mm,
there really peeping and observing. And with that, in me just standing in my light, like people were like cussing that coming up to me. Like people were like coming up to me. It was truly none but God. Like I'm just like I didn't there's nobody, no outlet, no publication, no level, no letter. There's nothing that can validate me more than I'm already validated. You know what I'm saying? And I understand it. I truly understand that now. It's not nothing that I think. It's something I know wholeheartedly. I don't need any worldly or earthly validations. Like I know exactly who I am through Christ. And yeah, and I find so much peace with that. I find so much peace with that because you see it's almost kind of sad like to see people who are I'm on the carpet and I'm watching people who are let down or just feel like, oh, I gotta put in more works just so that these people will respect me. And it's like
mm.
the least I have for a stranger is respect. So it's
Right.
like, yeah, so I don't really, that's not a game or a field that I like to play in. You know what I'm saying? I'm around a lot of real love, a lot of real people. So when you get around the fickle environments, it's easy to kind of stay out the way of that stuff because they don't really mean nothing to me. Yes, I'm thankful for all the things that I've done, and but I still feel like in my life, like the best is yet to come, and that has nothing to do with accolades or anything. Just as far as my growth, and if God, um, chooses to elevate me in certain ways through those industries, then so be it. But only through that. You know what I'm saying? Only through that. Like nothing like there's nothing that I'm chasing, you know. It's nothing I'm chasing.
What made you move back home?
COVID actually. I was doing a show, a syndicated radio show that was based out of Atlanta, and COVID hit, and we didn't have to be in the studio, and so I really wasn't even feeling like living there at that time. And then I came home to finish out the contract because we could do the show from anywhere. And then right when I was about to leave, my mom had said it. She was like, "I just feel like you're supposed to be here right now." And so I like started curating things like STL Fest, which is the big event I do every year here. Well, I got two annual ones. I got STL Fest. I got the Give Blackballed. That's every year on Black Friday. I that was my first time being home. I moved away in 2009, 2010, and hadn't lived here again till 2021. So this was the first opportunity I got really to pour into my people, my city, my community with this newfound perspective. You know, with because there's a lot of people from here that not only will never live anywhere else, they never even been nowhere else. You
Wow.
know, and that in St. Louis kind of contributes to our mentality and how we approach things. And so it's like I even saw purpose in like offering perspective. I came back home with the mentality of like the absence of is the opportunity for. So I stopped contributing to those conversations about what we don't have and why we not gonna be like Atlanta or Houston or whatever these big cities are. And it's like, yo, like we don't gotta be like that, but we got true gems here, you know, and just trying to inspire. And then started another show here. And then, when my pop got sick, I was thankful that I was here because this is the point in my life where I was the only child that was here. Like when he got
Mm-hmm.
sick, like I had to rush to the crib and take him to the hospital. So, divine purpose, like God. So I don't know. Like I said, a lot of my future is everything about my future is in His hands. So it's like if He chooses that I need to be somewhere else. I mean, right now I gotta be here for my mom's, you know what I'm saying, to hold her down. And there's nothing more important than that to me, honestly. And with that being said, like we even started our new conversation series that, I'm excited about. So yeah, like that's initially what made me come back, but there's so many things that made me stay. And yeah, for sure. Like, just it's a great time to be here and to kind of help offer perspective like to my people, like a lot of my people that I care about.
Now I want to talk more about your give back ball. Can you talk more about that? Because I was
Yeah.
looking at it and I was like, oh, I think I'm gonna make a trip out St. Louis
Yeah,
now.
that would
Look,
be
I'm a married woman now. I can't get too turned. I got to bring my husband with me, but
yeah, no, for sure. Like it's a great date night. It's a great like to dress up and so it's the Give Black Ball every year. I choose a different black owned organization to give back to. And we just, we put it on. We have, it's like dinner, live band. And it's just we like to be honest, like my peers, my generation, like we ain't no spring chicken. Like I'm big now. You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm seeing some of the younger guys here doing their thing, it's either big bro or some of them even call me and I love that because it's like I have been doing it. I got 20 years in this game. You know what I'm saying? I'll be turning 36 this week. And so like with that being said, you know curated vibes. You know what I'm saying?
okay,
We ain't out at everything, but we out for the special things,
that's
the
it.
nights we can remember. And to be honest, it's one of them things now we going into year 6 of the Give Black Ball, and it's one of them things that people look forward to every year. I mean, like right now, people are like blowing my phone up about like when tickets going to sell, whatever, because it's just one of them nights. It's probably one of the best nights in St. Louis where you just able to look good. The people next to you look good. Everybody, for it's grateful to made it to the end of the year. It's just a beautiful time. A lot of people are home for the holidays, so yeah, man, it's something that I started that I didn't know would be an annual thing, but it's turned into that.
But how are you not afraid? A lot of people are afraid to start small when it comes to events. So was that ever a thing for you coming from where you came from that, I'm gonna have to start small and build my way up now where it's a talked about event or
We don't fear, man. You gotta
okay.
pick a side. It's faith or fear. You know what I'm saying? It's faith or fear. We big faith over here, so it's like it's not. I don't. My whole thing is I don't focus on. when I curate something, just like even with this song, I didn't focus on the result of how it would be received. So
Mm.
even when I do events, I'm not worried about how it's gonna sell or nothing like that. That's no, I focus on the craft, I focus on the experience. So I just focus on the event. And because of that, when people do come, it's an experience. So word of mouth spreads, or people talk, or people like, man, because initially the kind of tagline or energy behind the event was like, it ain't for everybody. Like that's what it was. Like it wasn't about putting 1,000 people in there. It's like, hey, this ain't for everybody. Like this might not be, if you don't know how to put it on, if you don't know how to, act accordingly, this
Right.
ain't, this ain't hookah and booths. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
this ain't that. It's something different. So yeah, like I'll never really do things like out of fear. Nah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I also want to talk, first of all, I'm sorry about your dad, but I want to salute you for you and your mom's podcast. I watched a few episodes.
Yeah.
And one of the things I found, I actually lost my uncle recently. So I'm dealing with grief as we speak. And I can
Yeah.
relate to you being the one being in charge of everything. Um, how did you, how did you feel comfortable with asking your mom, one of the things about being a widower? um
Mm,
that was one thing that kind of hit home with me. I'm married now, and I can't even fathom something was happening to my husband. But just to watch that episode, it's like, okay, we all know that the time is going to come where
yeah.
everybody has a time. But can you talk about that for a second?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, my mom is like a G. Like my mom is a faith warrior. Like she just a lot of my faith like trickled down from her just because how she's even since I was a kid, like even before I walked strong in faith, it's like she's always since I can remember like had it. And everything that I do, especially with putting something into the world on the internet, it's about her being comfortable. So there's, and it ain't like it's live. So if there's everything I ever asked her and she's like, oh, I don't want to talk about that, that's it. Like even if she said tomorrow was like, son, I don't want to do this no more, show over. Like I'm not, it's not, that's not what it is. I felt like I wanted to do it to kind of help her because, the origin of it was we went to Bible study together and she was talking in a small group and she was saying that she prays to God and like asked him what now. And that's how I came up with the name of it because I was like, damn, like what now is like a question that a lot of people probably ask at all different parts of their life, so after doing it and her seeing it and her friends hitting her and family members and telling how much it blessed them, and then the result she's telling me how much it's doing for her, like that alone like is worth it. I don't care if it only got 20 views, you know what I'm saying, like the fact that it's helping and healing. So, and hats off to her for being strong enough to talk about those things, you know what I'm saying. Because like I said on one of the episodes, like she's the only one from that position who's known them the way she has for that long, you know. So yeah, and grief is a constant, it ain't like she's saying it from a angle where it's all the way figured out. It's just like day by day. You know what I'm saying? So even with you and your uncle or anybody that's dealing with loss, it's no real handbook on how to do that. But I know that if you don't have faith, then it's gonna be a tough climb for you. You know what I'm saying? You need to let God take some of that up off you, you know what I'm saying, or pull you through that because I don't know where we would be as a family like without that.
Yeah, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure. Well, what can people look forward to? So are we having a release party in St. Louis? Are we picking tours? I'm
Ah, God.
trying to get like what are we doing after this? You can't just leave us with an amazing video,
Yeah.
amazing words. You know,
No, I mean, as soon as I know, I'll let y'all know. I mean, of course,
okay,
I'm prepping for the bar right now. I'm getting ready to walk into, like I said, a new year of life. So, gonna celebrate that a little bit. And I understand this life, man. We just passing through. This is all temporary. We stress so much about this life here when this ain't even the eternal. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
This is just the in between. So I don't stress myself or worry myself or even allow myself to get pressured into feeling like I have to, you know, because I've done those things, right? Like I've done those things of feeling like, yeah, yeah, and then like you check those back or you get to the end of it and at some point you still feeling like empty or you feeling like, all right, this was cool, I gotta do all right, but what's next? Like I spent so much of my life and my career on like what's next mode, not even really being grateful for what just occurred. It's like, yeah, that's cool, but that ain't nothing. And I'm just not at that space no more. You know what I'm saying? Every single thing, every breath that I take, everything that I'm able to release, like I'm grateful for, even if that was the last. You know what I'm saying? Like if that was the case, then I'm grateful for it. But I just feel like he working on me and working through me to the point where I'm just trying to be prepared, So I would say what's the word is about to go up on streaming, because right now it's only on YouTube, so it's about to go up on streaming. So people can listen to that and really hopefully that inspires people to really get in that word more. Because you can know God and feel God, but you got to know like what He said and what He says and what He says about you. And getting that word, it allows you to even know yourself more, know why we as people repeat the patterns that we do, know why humans act the way they do, you know why people hate you for being different, know why people try to drag you into stuff you're trying to get out of. You know what I'm saying? Know why the world accepts certain things from you and rejects certain things from you. Like all of that, everything is in that word. So I'm just hoping to inspire, and it don't gotta be a million. You know what I'm saying? It don't gotta be 1,000. It could be one at a time. I don't like that's where I'm at with things. So you can stay tapped in with everything and see what's going on next. But yeah, my favorite answer right now, like when people come up to me, because all the time people will see me and be like, yeah, bro, what's next? What you working on? Or what you got coming up? And I'll just say tomorrow.
Wow.
That's because that's all, and that's not even promised.
Mm,
So,
very true.
I got things on my calendar. I got things, but at the end of the day, if God don't want it to happen, it ain't gonna happen. So, you know, like that's where I'm at right now.
Well, happy early birthday to you. I'm not sure if
Well,
you
thank
remember,
you.
but one of the key nuggets I took away from the last interview, and it's God's still working on me now.
Yeah.
It said a wise man. You said a wise man once said nothing.
Amen.
I'm still working on that. God is working
Amen.
on me, and through
Amen.
my husband, but I'm learning to not always respond, right? Because people
Yeah.
going to tell you, they're going to show you, and sometimes the truth always comes out. And that's that person that has to live with, or those people for whatever reason have to live with, whatever things
Yeah. Yeah.
that
I
they're
mean, you
doing.
can you
Yeah,
can you can learn a lot just from like listening. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? Like there's even like a scripture I was reading the other day. I don't want to misquote it, but basically it was just saying like a fool like uttereth everything immediately. A wise man mulls it over. Basically thinks about it, thinks before he speaks, thinks before he reacts. And a fool just let it all hang out. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes everything don't require a reaction. Everything don't require an immediate response.
that's true.
And if you ever, I even tell people in business, if you ever in something where you might have an offer on the table, you might like, there's nothing that you have to do right then. Anything that you're
Mhm.
getting into and people try to say, all right, I'm sending you this now, I need you to get back, you got to respond in an hour or it's not going to happen. You don't, that ain't no stipulation you got to go by, because that might not be the time that God got you on. You know what I'm saying? And best believe these companies, a lot of times, what I find in a lot of contracts that I've done, they will take their time. And then when it comes to your part, like when they ready to include you, it's like, oh yeah, have it back in 24 hours. It's like, damn, y'all took 3 months.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all took 3 months to get your stuff in order, and now you coming to me on some 24 hours? Like, absolutely not. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to fall. You don't have to fall into nobody else's agenda. And if that causes you to miss out on some whatever that went for you, you know what
Mm.
I'm saying? So like, it's always wise to take your time to not only go over it with yourself, with your husband, with it. Go to God with it. Put that on him. Hey, God, is this right for me? Is this, if you really want this for me, show it to me. You know what I'm saying? And then be still enough to listen and
Mm.
receive.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times we'll ask stuff and it's like we'll put God on the time limit. Like, all right, God, tell me in 20 minutes, or I'm. Like,
that's that's me. That's me. I'm
straight
getting
up.
better. That's me. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll let go and let God, but we'll let go and then still check on it. Like,
You
you
sure
know,
you ain't forget about me?
yeah, like, hey, you know what I'm saying? And the thing is, he doesn't. But man, he's been revealing things to me so much recently because I've been open to receive them. You know what I'm saying? So that's the first step, is allowing yourself to be open to know that you don't know everything. To
That's
know
true.
that you don't know everything, because if you coming to him like like a wise ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, not like a wise man, but like a wise ass. Like, you coming to him like you telling him something that's foreign to him. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, I think God's telling me we need an album, we need an event, we
Okay.
need some type of, that's what he's telling me right now
Okay, an
because
album. Yeah, no. I'm not against that. I actually do have
okay.
like a collective. Me and BJ was talking the other day, about putting out like another remix tape, and maybe like including some of them same vibes, like what's the word. So I mean, I'm definitely like, as long as I got breath in my lungs and motivation, like I'm still going. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's this. But I've also, like, it's less about like, all right, man, y'all don't know what's coming, woo, like nah, like even when what's the word, like I was sitting on it, I got the video, whatever, I just put it out. Like, it wasn't like hey, y'all, like, ooh, I'm about to kill him with this. Like, no, like, here you go, and then see what it does. And then now I've never had something like go up on TikTok. Like, TikTok is going crazy with it right now. You know what
Yeah.
I'm
You
saying?
put
So,
a Beyonce on us.
well,
I'm
I
like,
mean,
look, we need an interview
yeah,
ASAP. I'm
yeah,
pushing the word out too.
yeah. I mean, she is a Virgo, man. You know what I'm saying? So what can I say? Yeah, definitely,
Oh wow.
definitely,
But thank you so much for your time. It means the world to me. I'm so happy for you.
yeah,
Definitely the growth. I see it. Look, you preaching to me. Look, I'm like, I'm looking at the comments. I'm like, yeah, he need to come back again and speak some more words. But we have to have an in-person event in DC. Your
yes.
mom, we have to make that happen next time. Okay.
No, for sure. I'll be back to. I mean, I'll be back to DC before the end of the year for sure. But yeah, like I'm with all that. And me and you've been like tapped in. I just want to tell you how proud I am of you, and
Thank
you
you.
always been like a genuine soul. You know what I'm saying? So I know that when you reach out and you say you want to do something, it's not hard for me to say, yeah, let's make it happen, just because it ain't never been no funny business. You know what I'm saying? You've been genuine with your approach, and I can appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely.
Okay. Well,
Absolutely.
thank you and congratulations again. And we'll
Appreciate
see what's coming, I guess, tomorrow, right?
tomorrow. Exactly, man. God bless, man. To God be the glory. Straight up.
Yes, yes. Well,
Yeah.
thank you again.
All right. Thank you.
All right, see you.
Yeah.